So I'm going to go over how to solve an absolute value equation when absolute values are nested. In this problem right here, the absolute value of 2 times the absolute value of x minus 9 plus 4 equals 8. These are actually nested absolute values because you have one absolute value inside the other absolute value. We're going to basically solve 2 different absolute value equations. We're going to end up with possibly 4 answers, maybe 2 answers are correct and 2 are extraneous, and we won't even find the extraneous because you're looking for one particular thing to see if it's true or false. So let's just dive into this. When we do have the absolute value, we know that we have a plus and a minus case, simply because the absolute value of x equals, it's a piecewise function, it's x if x is greater than 0 and negative x if x is less than 0. Okay, so what that means is I'm going to have to solve both cases for each one of these absolute values. So let's look at this first one. For this first absolute value, we need to have a positive and negative, so we're going to put it on the side of the 8. So we get 2 equations, which is 2 to the absolute value of x minus 9 plus 4 equals 8. This is the positive version. And 2 to the absolute value of x minus 9 plus 4 equals negative 8. Okay, so and this is the negative version. So let's solve each one of these and get these absolute values by themselves. So here I'm going to subtract 4, and I'll get 2 to the absolute value of x minus 9 equals, when I subtract 4, I get 4. I'm going to divide by 2, and I get the absolute value of x minus 9 equals 2. So let's solve this one as well. So we'll come back and deal with this here in a second. Let's solve this one as well. So here, I'm going to go ahead and subtract 4 from both sides, and I get 2 to the absolute value of x minus 9 equals negative 12. Divide by 2, and I get the absolute value of x minus 9 equals negative 6. Okay, so let's solve these now. Same scenario. I have 2 cases here, 2 situations, the plus and the minus. So I'm going to put the plus and the minus on the 2. So I'm going to get x minus 9 equals 2, and x minus 9 equals negative 2. Solve for x, I add 9, I get x equals 11, and add 9 here, and I get x equals 7. Over here, I don't have to do anything because this is negative. This will always be a positive number, so I can't get a solution here. So this has no solutions. Now, if this was a positive number, we would solve it the same way and we would get 4 answers. Now, we can double check, do the old school check to make sure this works by plugging this in. And we get 11 minus 9, which is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. The absolute value of 8 is 8. So that works. So we put the 7 in here. 7 minus 9 is negative 2. The absolute value of negative 2 is 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. The absolute value of 8 gives you 8. So both of these check out. This part has no solution. Therefore, my x has a solution set of 7 and 11. Pretty straightforward. Hi, I'm Mr. Buzzard, and these videos are supplemental instruction for my students. If you found the video enjoyable, make sure you click the like button and click subscribe, as well as the bell for notifications to receive future videos on high school mathematics.